It's vegan recipes with Pat and Emily.
Today on It's Vegan, I'm going to show you how to make a wonderful chickpea salad. And we have a vegan ranch dressing mix here that you might want to use for some other recipes. Before I start cooking, I always prep all of my ingredients. All you'll need is some canned chickpeas, drained. You could cook your own. I've got my red onion that I've chopped up, and I always like to soak it to get the bitiness out of the onion, but it keeps the flavor there. Some pepper. And this is vegan Worcestershire sauce. I've got my dill pickles cut up very small, celery. For my dressing for this, I've got Tofutti sour cream, which is vegan, and I've got a list of herbs that would go into this as well. Now I'm going to be mashing my chickpeas. I'm putting them to the side. You'll see why in a moment. So I'm putting some there, and you can mash them with a fork. You could do it in a bowl if you want, but I'm doing a larger quantity, so I'm using a potato masher, and it's just mashing these up. You don't want them fully crushed because you still want to have some of the chickpeas whole and some of them broken up and some of them just kind of mashed. You can see I'm still using my fork a little bit. I'll move those aside and I will scrape this in. And if I'm making a small quantity, I would just do this in the bowl that I'm going to be using. But when you're doing this many, it's a little bit easier to spread them out. Interesting thing about this recipe, it got started because I was testing Emily's ranch dress mix and I wondered what was I going to mix it with. So I decided I was just going to mix it in with some chickpeas, and then we came up with this chickpea salad recipe that is really delicious on bread. It's also delicious on crackers. It's great on a bed of lettuce. We'll show you at the end of the video some ways to serve this, and it stays fresh, I would say 4 to 5 days. Whoops, here's a piece of chickpea I don't like the look of, so I'm taking it out. Just go in for some more chickpeas. So I'm continuing the process of mashing the chickpeas, and we'll come back on camera when we're finished. I am making a double recipe here, and I needed some extra help getting these chickpeas mashed up. And as you can see, I ended up going to a fork, and Emily's helping me as well.
Hi everyone out there watching.
I will let you know that you could do this in a food processor, but just caution, you don't want to turn this into hummus, so just pulse it on and off. Usually I'm making 1 can worth, which is actually a half a recipe. We are going on a picnic tomorrow, and this is what we're taking. So I needed quite a bit.
I think my half looks pretty good.
I think that's exactly how we want it. It's okay if you end up with a couple full chickpeas, because you want the salad to have some texture and not be mushy.
I'm just gonna get this all into the bowl now.
All of the chickpeas have been mashed to the extent that I want them mashed. You can see how they look. Now I'm adding the vegetables. So this is the red onion. I always call it purple, but I know it's actually a red onion. This is some pickle, dill pickle. I did take the seeds out of it. I want to keep the salad from getting too moist. Let's just get this all mixed up nice. You can see the vegetables give it some great color. I'm setting the chickpeas aside, and I'm going to make the dressing. Again, this is Tofutti sour cream, and then a variety of herbs for it. You know, there's some parsley, onion powder, garlic powder, dill weed pepper, smoked paprika, and this is vegan Worcestershire sauce. If you can't find the sour cream, you could always use vegan mayonnaise. The sour cream is a better option, but with all of this seasoning in it, it'll be okay. For this dressing mix, I am going to give you an idea. You could just have all of those ingredients mixed up, and you could make a salad dressing like this. This would taste great as a vegetable dip if you wanted a vegan ranch version. I put the dressing mix on top, and now it's just a matter of stirring this all together. Whoops, there's a chickpea trying to get away. So we're just going to keep on stirring it, and I'll be back in a minute. As you can see, I've got it all stirred up, and this is the consistency that it is. I'm going to show a few ways to serve it. As you can see, this chickpea salad is so versatile. We have made a wrap with some lettuce and tomato, and then we also opened up a larger tomato and put it on a bed of lettuce. You can see a delicious sandwich there with some tomato and lettuce on it. We also did a lettuce wrap and stuffed some small cherry tomatoes. And on the very left of the tray, you can see that we put some chickpea salad in the middle of some crackers. Enjoy! Let's give it a try. This chickpea salad is slightly creamy, and the blend of herbs in it give it that ranch taste that so many people love. And the fresh vegetables, the onions, the pickles, the peppers, and celery just add a nice crunch to it. I think that you're going to find that your family will love this. And as I said, we're taking it on a picnic, and we know it's going to be a hit there. Please subscribe and join us next week for another one of our fabulous recipes.